My is the recording in progress.
Yeah, that's fine. So I just recorded in a computer rather than YouTube. So there is no YouTube live today. Uh,
Mhm.
it's not allowing me to go on a YouTube live. I don't know why. Um, anyway, we are on live now. Sorry, no, we're recording now. Okay. Right. So, shall we start? It's already 8 minutes past now.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. In that case, okay, what upon?
Okay. So welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So first of all, thank you and welcome to 2026. This is the first session for us. So even in February, but we will start in February. That is the first session. And thanks to my friend that asking about the session. And that's why we are here again. So let Pajan to process for us that we would like to have some positive energy to build on along this tough year, I would say.
Oh, half year. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So today is our first day. We are gathering in this afternoon. Normally, our sessions were in the morning. Right? So, before we go on to the practice or discussions on any subjects, anybody wants to talk? Anybody wants to share? I know Jonas just shared the diagram on the chat. Anybody? No? Okay. So, in that case, let's meditate for a little while and then we'll come back to the subject matter of today, then. Okay? So, let's practice. Okay, right. So, sitting in a comfortable position, okay? Relax yourself and leave all responsibilities and gently close your eyes. So, since we haven't met for a long time, let's do the body scan practice. So bring your attention to your head area, observing sensations in your head. As you breathe in, observing the head area, whatever sensations are there, mindfully observing it. And shift your attention from head area to the right hand, from the shoulder down to the fingers. So take a long, deep breath and observe the sensations around in your right hand. Whatever sensations are there, just observing objectively. Now shift your attention to the right hand, sorry, left hand, from the shoulder down to the fingers. As you breathe in, feel the sensations in your left hand. Whatever sensations are there, just observing. And shift your attention to the front part of the body. So neck down to the belly. As you breathe in, observing any sensations. Now change your attention to the back. Neck down to the bottom. Observing any sensations, upper back, middle, and the lower back. And change your attention from back to the right leg, from the thigh to the toes. Observing whatever sensations are there. Observing them objectively. And then change your attention to the left leg. Observing from the thigh to the toes. Whatever sensations are there, observing objectively. Do not react to it, simply responding. Now bring your attention to the breath, incoming breath and outgoing breath. So spend some time on the breath, breathing in, breathing out. You can feel the breath in your nose or in your abdomen, whichever you have chosen and easy to contemplate, working with that. And gently bring your attention to your eyes. Create intention to open your eyes and slowly come out from the practice and relax for a while. Right. Okay. Anyone wants to share anything now? Huh? No? Okay. Right. In that case, I will just go to the basics today. Okay? That basics in a way that the practice of meditation that we have the intention to practice. One, we have to understand that it should not be have a desire to practice, but there is intention to practice. Okay? When we desire, then we are like running and rushing. And with that, very often we become frustrated and we cannot concentrate. Okay? So do not have that. No wanting, no desire, no expectations in the practice. All what we do that this is the time to practice. This is settling down mind body at that time. Now, despite of that, despite we have been practicing regularly, there are um, difficulties that we have to face. The difficulties, let's say, I can't sit on the floor, which normally people think about, and then want to sit on a chair. Again, that's not the problem. Okay, take away that mindset. Take away that mindset from that. On a meditation, we must sit on the floor. Okay, or when I'm sitting longer time, I often feel pain or a numbness in my legs or in my back. And then I don't want to meditate. So that's also another obstacles that normally makes people not to meditate. And then a stiffness. Often we feel that after working for some times or and when we have to meditate and we feel a bit stiff in our body and then don't want to meditate. Now here we have to remember that the meditation is not about the posture. It's not about the physical body. It's not about how we sit. It's not about how we walk. It's about the mind. So it doesn't matter which position we sit. It doesn't matter where we sit. The most important is that we are sitting and doing the meditation. So this is the first thing, the physical difficulties that we normally have to bear. Now, in terms of now, once we have come out from the, let's say, physical difficulties, now often we become a very impatient. We are very impatient. So we want to have instant results, like instant noodles. You just put the hot water and you got the noodle, which often we carry on if you are traveling, just to get the easy instant thing. But in the practice, it's not about the instant results. So we got to be very patient, working on. So we are just making a cause. Okay. And then we are not also expecting, oh, I have only 10 minutes. I'm going to sit 10 minutes perfectly and I will be zoned in and I will be fresh up. And that's not the expectation we should not have as well. Okay. And then further on, what happens most of the time that you know, we like to see other people practicing and we like to hear other people's experiences that where they are at in the practice of a meditation. Now, this also needs to take out from our mindset that it's okay. Someone may explain that I have attained this calmness, that calmness. I could see this visions and that visions, and I have experience such and such, and I feel so much energy, like that. It's okay. You don't have to follow them. Okay, you don't have to imitate them either. Okay, so do not compare. All what we do is just sit and relax. That's the basic point here. Practice of a meditation. Sit and relax. And further on, we have the problem here, another problem that whenever it comes to the practice of a meditation, we always have excuse. We are very good at making excuse to practice, not to practice meditation. But as I have said many times, if there is a party, then we can make any excuse to join the party. Right? So same that we have to change our mindset that normally which mindset that we normally have that, oh, I'm very busy, I have a very busy life, I have plenty of work to do, I have family to look after, and then I have to do washing this and washing that, clearing or hoovering, you just name it. So we find all sorts of way to excuse ourselves not to practice meditation. Yeah. And then the one of the worst thing that normally we or normally people think about the meditation is that you just sit and meditate. You're doing nothing. It's a waste of time. And that is one thing that we have to, take out from our brain, that it is not the case like that. Okay? Now, this is until this is still acceptable and easy. But what is difficult that when we come across with some issues and problems, and when we come across with let's say very stressed, and we want to meditate, and at that time we just come to meditate, and then what happens? Plenty of thoughts will come, a stream of thoughts will come and bombard it in your head. And then what happens? Oh, this is not the cup of my tea. There was one of my friends, he lost his wife recently due to the hemorrhoid, and sudden death. So now, with that, because he was practicing meditation, and he thought that in order to come out from that bereavement, he thought meditation will help. So he went to meditate in the temple. He could not. He could not meditate. The thoughts were just bombarded, and he could not bear, and he was crying. So he left. So then, when I talked to him, I said to him that you should not meditate during this time of bereavement. It will be very difficult for you. The thought will just bombard it. Your skills are not developed yet, so it's not good for you. So like that. Same with like when you are busy with the work, and or busy with the problem that you want to solve in your family, and you just can't bear it now. You want to meditate, so just clear myself, and then you just sit down at that time as well. Plenty of thoughts will come, and then when you have plenty of thoughts comes, and because of a lack of mindfulness, and you haven't developed the skills, then you think, oh, it's not my cup of tea. Then also you can't meditate. So that's the difficulties of meditation. Uh, there was a one gentleman, he lost his job. And as soon as he lost his job, his partner left him. And with that, he was so distressed that he could not focus to anything. So he came to meditate as he was instructed. And when he came to meditate, and he was at the beginning, it looks like he was okay. And then we meditated about half an hour at that time. I opened my eyes and I looked at him, and he was like kind of a meditating, but now and then he opens his eyes and wander around and looking around other people like that. And after the meditation, we had a discussion, and he said, "Oh, it was perfectly fine. I'm so glad that I came to meditate here, so on." And he said that he will come back, but he did not come back. And after a couple of months later, I met him in the market, and I asked him, and he said, meditation, I thought that it's easy, and then after I meditate, all the thoughts will disappear. But it wasn't the case. I could not stop my thinking. I could not stop my thinking. So then I thought that I don't want to meditate. So he never turned up. And I talked to him, encouraged him to practice and notice the thoughts, but he never turned up like that. Yeah. And another thing, and the same in that case, what happens normally is that when we meditate, we are disconnecting other thoughts, but to one thought, the object of a meditation. Now, concentrating on that one object of a meditation is not easy because we are always working on the go, 100 miles per hour, thinking this, thinking that, doing this, doing that, and non-stop we are doing it. And then suddenly we switched off everything and meditate. It's not easy things to do. Huh? So like when you are driving a car, uh, emergency stop is quite dangerous. When you halt, it shakes. Even that, the car will slide away a bit further up. So that's how it happens. And same with our mind too. Suddenly we want to stop there, then that causes a trouble. So and that's also the difficulties in our life that when we come to meditate in a straight away to concentrate, it is impossible to do that. We have to do little by little, slowly. Another problem that normally we face that we may have heard about it, that this is a beneficial and it's good for us and a good meditation and a good, and we can meditate and meditation helps this and that and so on, but we have a doubt whether this is really truth, whether is it real truth, whether it is, will it bring real happiness. So and now these are some of the basic problems in meditation that we normally face. Often we people think that this is not the common thing, only me. So we have to change our perception that it is not the case. It is the one that everybody will face in a certain period of a time or a certain time. It's a normal experience in the meditation that we have to deal with that. And now, when we think about these problems, the practice is basically uh, turns out to be very impossible to practice. Uh, but whereas the practice of a meditation is something that we can do in a daily routine and we can do regularly. And this doing regularly practice is something that we can practice and improve skills. Now, now up to this, my first question to you all will be: do you practice regularly? Regularly, maybe 5 to 10 minutes per day. Huh? And some of the skills that I have told you to focus on, like wake up before you come out from the bed, spend some time observing your body, or a body scan practice. When you go to the toilet, brushing your teeth, mindful of your brushing your teeth, and driving a car or eating a food and such, those things. Did you practice those? Did you manage to be mindful any activities of your day? Um, so that will be my question to you all right? Uh, but I believe that you've been practicing. And further on, and if we really want to develop our meditation skills, as I have said, that we have to collect the points, collect from by little, one by little, collecting the points. So mindful of your walk, mindful of your talk, mindful of your eating, walking, and like that. Right? When we become a mindful in these ways, then basically we are improving our skills, right? Yes, improving our concentration and a mindfulness in our day-to-day life. Particularly if we can be mindful of our physical body, like when we are walking, rather than thinking of something, try to be mindful of a walk, right? Suppose you're walking to the market. You already know which way you're going to. After this, let's say you parked a car and then you're going towards the market and you know where the market is. So in that case, rather than thinking about this or that, just mindful of your walk, calmly spending your time. Yeah, thinking that this is my time and enjoy that walk. So that's a practice of a walking meditation in that. Same with the eating time. And rather than eating, you're eating something, but mind is thinking of your other thing, then although you're eating food, but you're eating your thoughts. So here, rather than the thinking, rather than the thoughts, eat as shake of eating. Uh, Find the texture of the food, feel the taste of the food. This- When you are munching it, you can hear the voice. So try to listen that voice. And so mindfully eating, mindfully chewing it. Mm. And that really is also a practice. And this is a beauty here as well, that when we are mindfully eating, we don't need to worry about overeating. We will be eating less, not eating too much. Uh, so that's also another thing we got to be very mindful of. So with that, we will be collecting the points of developing our mindfulness one after another. But obviously, doesn't mean that I want to be skilled and get enlightened. And you put yourself hard on yourself, and no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work in the practice of meditation. We got to be very kind to ourselves, that how much do we have time? So we got to use the wisdom, that how much do I have time, how much I'm going to dedicate, and how much I am able to practice each day, right? And then by looking at that, so you are being kind to yourself, scheduling yourself. So that's why in the practice of a mindfulness meditation, if you really want to develop, there are two ways of doing. First way is a scheduled practice, or you have scheduled that morning, early morning, maybe one or two, early morning after you have done one or two chores, let's say making the bed, or after toilet, you come back and sit and meditate for maybe a couple of minutes. So you set up the time, or in the evening after you finish your job and just to go to the bed, just before the go to bed, and I spend a couple of minutes just reflecting and meditating and spend some time, or maybe body scan and watch the thoughts, or what have I done, reflecting on the daily activities. And that is also a practice. It is called a schedule practice. You have set up the time and the amount of meditation, the duration that you have set it up. So that is the schedule practice. This schedule practice is like charging a battery in our phones or any devices. So after we have used it, so we recharge the battery. It's like mobile phone. If we don't charge it, it will die. Yeah? So as a result, we charge it now and then. Particularly if you're working outside of the house, you will make sure that the battery is fully charged so that you can use it when you are away from the home. And as soon as you come back, what happens? The first thought there will be the thought of recharging the battery. Uh-huh. So you put the battery straight away, you will be charging the battery. So similar pattern, the scheduled practice is like we are scheduling ourselves to energize ourselves, resting ourselves, and then also developing our skills of mindfulness. Uh-huh. Yeah, so this is a very important part. And the second one is mindfulness in daily life, which again, as I have already explained, try to be mindful as much as possible in every sorts of time, every every time when you have a free or when you are alone, rather than thinking of something, spend some time for yourself. Let's say waiting for the bus, let's say waiting for Sanya, maybe waiting for the flights, or waiting for the paying at the tilt in a supermarket, or in a toilet. You're alone. So don't take a mobile with you in the mobile in the toilet. So just for yourself and spend time and enjoying that moment. So this is the way that we can develop our mindfulness. So it's called a daily practice. And further on, we can practice whatever we are doing. Just try to be mindful. That's why I always like the simile that Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Zen monk who used to live in France, gave in one of his books, if I remember correctly. I think every step, mindfulness in every steps, I think, or peace in everyday life, something like that. He gave a very nice simile that when you are with your children, um, the simile is a long story cut into short, that when you are with your children, never think that you are giving your time to children. Think that this is your time. Uh-huh. So I take it as simile that whenever you are with somebody, do not think that you are giving time to them, but think that you are having your time there. So with that, there will be no frustration. There will be no troublesome at all. So that's why this is a quite very as that I like this simile very much. I always remember that. But obviously, again, when you are living alone and never associated with someone who is practicing, or you never attended the practices, then that also discourages you to practice, and you cannot see the benefit of the practice. As a result, it is always advised to associate with someone who meditate, or someone who associate with, like, let's say, going to the temple and practicing in a temple now and then. With that, it energizes us to, okay, I need to do. Well, I haven't done for a long time. Now I think I have to do it. So it because you are associating with the people, those who are practicing, it automatically, enforces you or encourages you to go and practice. Doesn't matter how much, or even just for a little time. So you will be practicing that. So in little by little, you will be developing your skills in that. uh. Now, obviously, we know you may have seen the benefit of the practice of a meditation, right? Anybody wants to share your experience of a benefit? Let's say physical benefit. What are the physical benefit that you have experienced from the practice of a meditation? Anybody? Okay, Jonas.
I managed to practice quite regularly,
Mm,
half an hour per day.
mm,
And just the fact of sitting straight, being aware of the posture, um, I think it helped me
mm,
physically just to feel that
mhm,
I'm not in the wrong position.
mm,
But I started at some point when I started when I felt too stiff, or for example, I know I have problems in my arms, and
Uh-huh.
I should do some stretches. So I kind of started to add that also a little bit at the end when I felt it, and try to stay still,
Mm.
calm and in the mind, especially trying to stay calm. And so I could kind of combine it a bit, but maybe that's also not allowed because it does distract you, of course, if you start to move. And I decided, yeah, I'm not going to do yoga postures or something because then it just becomes like a physical practice and not for the mind. But it kind of worked for me to have this freedom also to move your body because you have to also do that somehow.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do you see that?
Yeah. So that's also physical benefit. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So yeah, so practice of a meditation now, I think I have told you my story that I have a high blood pressure, and I have it since when I was 26. And I even was given a medication for it, but I refused to take it. And I tried to use a meditation to deal with that. And I've been using that. Even now, suddenly, like 2 weeks ago, two, three, but yeah, 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks ago, I'm having a very high blood pressure, like 150, 60. And with the meditation, I try my best to be mindful and concentrate and relax myself. And still, the blood pressure is still high, like that. So, but anyway, this is one thing that the if we are mindful or practicing mindfulness meditation, there is more possibility that it helps to lower the blood pressure, uh, and then relaxation. Okay? And then the one of the best thing I think that because of the meditation, you can sleep very well. You can sleep very well. For me, although maybe some days lots of work and lots of stressful work and dealing with so many people, but as soon as I come to my room for the bed, I just lie down and scan my body and then gone. Uh, Sleeping has never been problem for me until now. Hope never will be. All right. So like that, and then so practice my mindfulness meditation, and this meditation also helps us to deal with the even difficult situations. Um, Especially the difficult one is the anger or resentment. Those time, if we haven't practiced meditation before, what happens that we immediately react to it. You know, and with that reaction, we feel later on, we feel sorry for that reaction. And we say, oh, I should have been more mindful. I shouldn't have reacted in such a way and like that. And then and our life becomes more relaxed with the meditation. Things comes and then, oh, okay, we're able to deal with that. And there will be less reaction, but there will be a mindful responses to things whenever we have come across with the situations. And similarly, in terms of the emotions, our emotions will be more stable. Uh, our the emotional regulation becomes better, uh, and further on we also be more kindness and compassion to oneself and then others, and we become a very compassionate to ourselves, and then to others. The one of the major thing I would say that we have this strong resilience within us to things whenever things happens, whenever we come across with the incidents or troubles and issues at that time, rather than screaming out loud or out of a control, and we manage to balance, and then we manage to keep ourselves in a safe zone. So there is a strong resilience there. And then meantime we can develop healthier relationship within ourselves, with our family members, and with our colleagues and the community. So that's also the benefit of the mindfulness meditation that I have seen. And regular practice as we do, then it also helps us to improve our concentration. So the task that we are doing, we become more good at it. Our concentration is much better, and we can work more effectively. And our whenever things happen at that time, then our emotion will not be swayed, and our emotion will not be unstable. There will be like a more balance and deal with the situation much clearer. Um, and there is more clarity in it too. And we will be more responsive than reactive, as I have said. So that's why these are some of the practices that sorry, some of the benefits that we can find from the practice. Now, it's what I have seen that I think I did mention before as well, that a practice of a meditation, rather than thinking of just the temporal or this life's support, we have to think about our spiritual attainments as well. Right? Rather than just thinking of physical health and mental health, think about not just this life, but also think of the future lives as well. And when with in this context, what we have to think that what we have to consider or think about that whatever we are now, or whichever situation we are in now, is because what we have done in the past. And similarly, whatever I am doing now, it is leading to the future. Similarly, my life, this life is this in this condition, and then now if I am making it much better, then obviously it's going to be good lives ahead. And further on, the clarity of the life that these our life is conditioned, and this condition created a life. If we have disconnected all these conditions, then in a way there is nothing to be attached to. So there is a real freedom, real freedom from attachment to ourself, attachment to our feelings, emotions, and attachment to even the existence of ourself. So there is a real peace and a real inner happiness is there. And that happiness, again, happiness here, hereafter. And then if we are truly into it, eventually, we will attain the true happiness, which we call the Nibbana in the future. Okay? So that's why there are so many layers in the practice of meditation. So we can get the problems. When we have these problems, obviously we have to work on that, and then we can find the benefits here and then hereafter. Okay? So I offer this as today's maybe reflection for you to reflect on, that there are difficulties that we come across. And obviously, if we are practicing diligently, then there are benefits for our life, for this body, for mind, for this life, and the life after, until the end of the cycle. Okay. Right. With this, before we practice meditation again, anybody wants to share? Huh? No. Right. Okay. In that case, let's practice then. So sitting in a comfortable position. Relax yourself. So bring your attention to the primary object, the rising and falling of abdomen. And observing and making a mental note. You're not controlling it, just observing. Like sitting at the bank of the river and watching the river flow. When it rises, mentally make a note of it rising. When it falls, mentally make a note it's falling. When you are observing this rising and falling of abdomen, when there is a distraction, mind distracted to the thoughts or sensations in different parts of the body, at that time, acknowledge that your mind is no more with the primary object, but thinking of other things or observing other objects. Observing that, observing the mind is with the new object, and make a mental note. If that's object and thinking of that and thinking, and let go and back to the primary object again. So there is no desire to be or want to be. There is no expectations. We are just sitting and observing the natural phenomena that is taking place, that we feel, that we observe. We know that this is taking place, rising, falling, remembering that this is taking place. Make a mental note and let go. So the rising and falling of abdomen, although is the main object, doesn't mean that we always have to be with it. Whenever other objects arises, acknowledge, observe, note, and let go. So practicing in such a way helps us to understand that mind is something, observing is another. And mind won't be with a one object for a longer time. It moves. So mind is on constantly changing the object. And now bring your attention to your hands. And to your eyes. Create intention to open your eyes. And slowly open your eyes and reflect for a few moments. Okay. Anybody? This is a sharing time. Anybody wants to share your stories? So, no one? Okay. So it's like an enlightened. Uh, so this summer, I want to be here in the center. I have to go away according to the tradition. According to the tradition that after the marker stone established or enshrined among the buildings as a head monk of the center, I cannot stay. So I have to go away. So in May, we are having this ceremony, 17th of May. And after that, around June, I will be away for 4 months. So most probably I will be in the UK. So if I am in the UK, then there is no problem of having sessions. But if I am away in Asia, that may be a bit difficult. So this is the one thing for this year. It's a bit uncertain at the moment. At the moment, I am just preparing for the event, 17th of May. So there is a possibility of 30 monks attending. Then expecting probably about 200 people. So it's a big event, maybe the first time and the last for us. It's not easy things to organize. So that's happening. So that's me. Okay. Anybody? Yes, Jonas?
I have a question.
Mm.
Because I found these books in
Yeah.
the Dhammapala in Kandersteg,
Yeah.
and actually I think Varaporn
Yeah.
brought them there, the ones that you wrote.
Yeah.
And it says, I didn't know, but it makes sense. It says that they are not to be sold, so it's like forbidden to sell them. And I just wonder how, and also I wonder how if I want to recommend it to somebody, or um, how would that person find it or get it? Or
Which one? Which one you want?
I have I have three. The one is your questions.
Which one you want?
Aha, I guess your questions,
Okay.
my answers.
So I organize it for you. Okay.
But I can also give it, that's what I learned. I can
Yeah.
just give it away, my book, and then it kind of passes on, which I
Yeah.
think is really beautiful. But
Yeah.
then I don't have it anymore. So yeah, that was my question, how
Yeah.
it's possible to circulate those books,
Do
Okay.
you,
except going to the temple somehow.
do you have also electronic version, right?
Oh, okay.
There's an
I
electronic
remember.
version.
Yeah, I remember. And also we have like Pashan going to send
Same
it.
Ah, I can ask you for it then. Okay, that's cool.
2 weeks time, there's one couple from here traveling to Switzerland. So I will ask where are they going to, and if they are nearby Lucerne or Vevey, then they can take some books and then passed on to Vodafone. Mm.
Thank
Okay,
you.
no problem.
In two
Actually,
weeks time.
huh?
In 2 weeks time, I'm
two
back
weeks.
when I'm already back. I'm
Yeah,
back on
in
the 10th.
2 weeks time. Otherwise, I can just send
Yeah,
it to.
we will organize,
Mm,
manage, and
no problem.
pay for that also. Don't worry. Jonas, so you need how many books also? Do you
No, no, I don't get me wrong. I don't have specific need for it right now. It's just a general thing. Like, so
Mm,
you have to have the connection to a person or to a monastery or to a place
yeah.
in order to get this knowledge
mhm,
somehow. That's
mhm. Okay.
He is the one, he's a writer. Taisan Suchong, he's a writer. He's wrote a book. That's why I
yes,
got
I
it
know.
from him. I got it from
Of course. No, I know that.
yeah.
I,
And I think I
never
will
mind.
still have some also with me. I can check
Okay.
because I like to give the Dhamma book as well.
Mm,
If if they like to read, this is why I don't want to give or to push them to read. But if we think it's a benefits for the people and help them to guide them for the meditations, that's why we are feeling happy to give that also. Mhm.
Well, I recommend this one very much because that's all the story of you. And I was so surprised, and it's very interesting, obviously, for me to to get to know all this personal. I'm not completely finished yet, but it's really worth just reading it because there's so much good information.
okay. No
Thank
worries.
you.
I will provide it for you. Yumui, anything? You come on screen.
No, I came back. I was just a bit on and off because my son was here for a week and he's just left, so I just had to go say goodbye to him.
Mm.
I just to the point of what Jonas just say that you have to know the one who has the book or went to
Uh-huh.
the monastery to get the book. So to have an electronic version, it's also a way to spread the word
Mm,
more.
mm,
But yeah, and also being surrounded with the people like Varapon or now Jonas also that practice regularly just encourage you to do it more,
yeah.
to find time to do things. So yeah, like we have Kalyana like what we normally say in Thai, the good friend like that bring you to the right direction,
Yes.
which is important. And also back to that physical help.
Mm,
Yeah, when I have time, when I really give time to myself to do meditation, I can see myself calmer.
mm,
I don't get angry or get agitated by a few things that it used to be like push me right away. So I'm much calmer. I can see things like, okay, maybe that's how the person think. I don't have to think the same way, or I don't have to react to the way that person wants me to.
mm,
And all the negativity can just stay with that person. I don't have to bring it to me.
mhm,
And also with sleep, when I have trouble sleeping, sometimes it's also like I just not really meditated because I can say can we do sleep meditation? But I was just like focus on the breathing and try not to let the thought stick into because when we start thinking, it just keep rolling and then you can't sleep anymore. You can just think and it continue and it continue and it continue. By the time you know it, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're still thinking. So with the breathing and try to like calm yourself down, that's helped me in a way. So yeah, that's the
yeah,
point I want to share.
that's good. See, when we practice, then we normally beginning to see the benefit slowly we see the benefit of it, and in the meantime, when we do not practice, and slowly we realize that I haven't practiced, so that's why my emotion is very ups and down, and very vulnerable. When somebody says something, why I am so agitated, that happens. But if we are practicing regularly, then automatically we are able to recognize that, and will not be agitated. So there is a more resilience there. And our relationship, because of that, our relationship becomes much clearer, and much a good relationship is there. Mm. Huh? So yes, so keep practicing. Okay, continue practicing. Very glad to hear the stories, and that really gives me a satisfaction and a joy, piti. And that's my punya. Right, so let's practice loving kindness meditation to finish stuff. Okay, I have to leave a little early today. So in that case, let's practice loving kindness meditation. So sit in a comfortable position again and relax and spend some time reflecting on today's discussion or topic of the day, dealing with the difficulties and benefits. What are the difficulties that we have overcome, or difficulties that is still blocking us? And what are the benefits that we have noticed within ourselves? Physical benefit, mental benefit, relationship with other people, and so on. Now bring your attention to your hands, observing sensations in your hands. Whatever sensations are there, observing them objectively. Now bring that attention to your heart. Your heart. Feel the beating heart. If you can't feel the beating heart, you may put your right hand on your heart area. Feel the beat. Or bring a smile on your face to feel the connection with your heart. The smile and feel the connection with your heart. And as you feel the connection with your heart, generating kindness and compassion to yourself, and sharing it to yourself. Mentally, you may recite, "May I be happy." Feeling the sense of a happiness from the bottom of your heart. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be free from suffering. Feeling the sense of freedom from all kinds of suffering. Physical suffering and the mental suffering. May I be able to protect my own happiness. May I be liberated, liberated. Similarly, sharing this loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, or any particular person that you think they need the most. Bring into your mind. And sharing this loving thought to that particular person, wishing him or her well and happy, free from suffering. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. Similarly, all other sentient beings, whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, in this room, in the city, in the country, on earth, in the universe, whatever beings there are, may they be well. May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. May they be free from suffering. May they be liberated, liberated. Now bring your attention back to your hands. Feel the sensations in your hands and to your body. and to your eyes. And let the light helps you to open your eyes and slowly open your eyes and come out from the practice and reflect for a few moments. So thank you very much for this session. I wish you all the best and keep practicing, and we'll see you next session. Okay, best of luck. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm.